Hey YouTube, Kiraqualia here, bringing you guys another one of my Cardfight Vanguard market price watch videos. A lot has changed with the release of GBT12 and the upcoming support for a lot of new sets in Vanguard. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Starting off with our price watch, we have Son of Eternity, Amaterasu. In the latest set 12, Oracle Think Tank did get some pretty awesome support, and I think I stated in my previous price watch that she was steadily increasing in price. You can see she's sitting at a $36 range, and this is for a good amount of people. I think either a lot of people have been picking up this card just because she's used in so many of the new decks that got support, including Battle Sisters, Tsukiyomi, and even generic Susanoo. She's the most generic and good OTT stride, and the fact that she was triple rare in Trinity Dragon just made her all the more harder to get, and being staple with needing multiples of her in every deck, I can see why she jumped up so fast. It's not like that kind of triple rare where you just run her in one deck. No, she's pretty much staple in everything. And next up, we have Merciless Mutant Deity Darkface. In the new Zoo pack coming up, Darkface is confirmed getting support, so this card has jumped up to the same price range, $35 mark. If you have your playset, I remember this card being, I think, at most $15 to $20. It did jump up pretty crazily, and the fact that this card you need multiples in the deck is also quite insane for the Darkface deck. Really upped up the value if you do have that deck, and if you're looking to get rid of it, now is the best time to move it with all the hyped up people wanting Darkface with all the new support coming out. It's definitely one. I don't know if this card is confirmed. Possible reprint, I doubt it. Just with the new set, I don't think anything has been confirmed for reprint yet from that set, but it's definitely very good since it works so perfectly with the Dark Device ability. Dragonic Vanquisher actually seeing drop down in price a bit. This is mostly because of Vanquisher Sparking, which is the more used Vanquisher in the deck, making this one kind of outdated, and having people main Dragonic Vanquisher Sparking and then backing it up with some other alternative grade 3s, whether it be the new Descendant or even a couple rare options, just because you don't want this card on the Vanguard, and because of that the price has shown a decrease as well. It was up there just for the hype, but then after people rationalized and figured out just what they wanted for their deck, and knowing he wasn't part of the equation, get rid of him now. It probably will stick around this price, if not go down more, unless someone figures out a reason why to run it in the deck. Goddess of the Half Moon Tsukiyomi was actually surprised that this card got bought out really quickly, but not too surprised. There was a small amount of Tsukiyomi support in set 12, but it was enough that made people very excited for the deck again. She was always the most expensive triple rare for the Tsukiyomi support, but this is just a crazy price, either from someone who just cleared them out and caused this buyout to happen, but it's an old card, set 3, and the Tsukiyomis never saw a reprint, so it's one of those old school decks that if you had the deck from the beginning and still have it, you definitely got lucky there with this price. Metal Pulsar Split Pegasus. This card, seeing it being run in a lot of the new Zodiac Time Beast decks for Gear Chronicle. It's a good time leap card for drive checking at grade 3. So very usable in the deck for possible stride zone options. If you don't have Avenir Phoenix, you can run this, but Avenir Phoenix is quite cheaper than this card, so I guess it's basically option. It's good setup, and also Split Pegasus has that stride zone effect as well for power, which comes in handy at time with your Zodiac Time Beast units as well. Card's only gone up. I think it's one of the most expensive triple rares from Divine Dragon Caper now. It went actually, I think, from being one of the cheapest to one of the most expensive. So all we needed was that more Zodiac Time Beast support to come out for this to happen. Steam Tamer Arca. This card actually went down in price with the reprint in Dragon King's Awakening. The double rare version from Tri3 Next is actually around the $15 range as well, which I actually do prefer the ones from Dragon King's Awakening since they have that triple rare pattern on them. It's around this price, and it's about been 1 week since the pack officially came out, so seeing it settling around this price, definitely pick them up now since this is probably the easiest time to grab them if you do need them for your Gear Chronicle decks. Sky, Guardian, Supreme Dragon, and P-Dragon. This is another really crazy price I noticed. From the Fighters Collection. We didn't really see too many price cards, but now that the Fighters Collection is slowly becoming rarer and rarer to find, those G-Guardians that have, some pretty relative importance for decks are going up in price, and this is one of them. This is probably still the most used Narukami G-Guard for the deck. It just has a very good Thunder Strike ability, a good retire effect. You can make full use of it in the deck. Definitely seeing it run as either 2 or 3 in the deck if you do run it, because just that one G-Guard that you can completely rely on. So this is a understandable price for that reason, since it's also quite difficult to pull the G-Guards you want from a box. Definitely just go for the price and buy it. Don't risk buying a box and pulling it if you already have and received it, because there's not a guarantee that you will get one of these from a box of Fighters Collection. And Stillwater Festival Deity Ichikishima from Dragon King's Awakening kind of settled down as well, like all the cards in that set. She's still seeing as one of the more expensive triple rares, but they're all around this price, which is pretty cool, but just because they're all very good and usable triple rares from this set. And she's probably the best stride OTT has out right now, so she'll probably stick around this price for a good while. Pick them up now, like I stated with the Arcas. If you want them, it's definitely generic staple, and if we get more OTT support down the line, I don't see this card becoming outdated with just such a good effect, limiting G-Guardians. Sticking to OTT, we have the 2 Battle Sisters, Mirar and Madeline. They've actually both increased in price from the We Are Trinity Dragon set. Just all the Oracle Think Tank support in that set has jumped up in price, which is quite crazy. If you ever see any Trinity Dragon packs, definitely recommend picking them up just for the chance of getting these high-valued cards. Battle Sisters becoming a more relevant deck. Went up in price with both of these cards. I think $16 range for Muar and $12 range for Madeline, which you have to run both in the deck to be quite good, in my opinion. You also see some of the other cards, like Crepe, have also reached the $5 range. Macaroon, which was also a rare, is $6. Just crazy prices for these Battle Sisters here. Dragon Knight Janet, this card and actually Recef, the critical for Narukami, have both jumped up in price as well. Just because I think Janet came out in Sovereign Star, which was set 3 of G, and Triumph Recef came out in set 5. Quite old sets now, so more difficult to find, and I don't even think either of these 2 cards got reprints. I think Janet was actually an SP in the first Kagero SP pack, but even then, still more difficult to find than the double rare. And for Blade Master becoming more relevant of a deck, especially seeing it top in some of the regionals, people need this card for the deck, just for that soul boost for Zygenberg and for that plus power draw, and definitely the needed crit for the deck as well. Same with Recef, with Vanquisher becoming a bigger deck now with the new support. This card is even a price that's exceeding Jeanette, probably mostly because of the fact that it is a newer card as well. A couple more cards on the list. For Gen Rares, we have Dragstrider Luard. This card for the normal Gen Rare jumped down to the 19. It was around 30 at the time, but is now at the $19 range. So more affordable for those people that need it for their Shadow Paladin decks. I think the SGR is still up there. People really go for that SP text and, print on the card, and makes them, really want the SPs. But, rarity doesn't really apply too much for cards. If you need Dragstrider Luard, still a very reasonable price for this Gen Rare. Supreme Heavenly Emperor Dragon, Blazing Burst Dragon from the Fighters Collection that we talked about earlier with the G-Guard for Narukami. $20 for this GB8. With Zygenberg, it's very easy to reach GBH, very fast, and this can be your push for game kind of card. You can clear their field and give all your rear guards and your Vanguard some powered up boosts, which can, like I said, kill or go for the game. And VMAX, keeping in that Kagero and Narukami theme for this video, also pretty high up there in price. I think this was a $13 range card, now sitting at high 20s. It's basically your kill card for the deck, where they can deal that last damage if you have enough cards in their bind zone, dealing them out that damage for an easy cost. And with Thunderstrike, even easier to achieve now with the new support. You can make full use of this card by either your second or third stride. And lastly, we have Voltage. The rare reprint from Divine Dragon Caper has also gone up in price. This card, I remember picking these up for around $3 to $4, but you know, it's also an alternate art, which I do like the colorful art of this card, but you do need Voltage in the Vanquisher deck, and I think a couple of Narukami decks as well. So if you have your reprints, got them then, pretty lucky there. But I think the original triple rare Voltage was also at a low price, then jumped up. So we're seeing the same pattern here with this card. But yeah, that is it for this market price watch video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, Kiraqualia out.